Hey everybody, welcome back to Mom Can Another Dollar. Today we're doing some animal cruelty and we're gonna kill some fucking bulls in Spain,
for a second I thought you said Animal Crossing and I actually had my hopes up. Like, can we play a popular game or a good one?
No.
No, we did all those.
Well, we haven't done all of them, but we haven't done anything. We don't deserve it.
The game being called Bullfight does sound like a D's Nuts setup. Oh wow, it is a D's Nuts setup. You just got gored by D's Nuts.
Holy
These
shit.
nuts are now dripping from that bull's horn.
You see the red in its eye?
I did not.
Yeah, that was what's left of your scrotum.
It got a taste of blood, and that gave it the power.
And it got some of your testosterone in its mouth from goring your nutsack, so now it's super powerful.
Go for it, bitch.
The subsequent matador is doomed. No, that's not how it works. Kai, you're supposed to make him miss it. Haven't you ever read The Sun Also Rises, for Christ's sake?
Oh, I think you got him. Oh, no. There's more to be done. Oh,
one of the blowjobs in the crowd is gonna walk around and get coffee 15 times for the rest of the day, and then write about this experience.
Oh,
and then it's going to be one of the most beloved novels of all time for some reason.
Hell yeah! I murdered an animal. I'm the best.
Even though there's no elves, no tits, no elf tits. Hey, is there like a Lord of the Rings but for the perverted gentleman?
Yeah.
There are millions of them.
It's called Pornhub.
The amount is so high. Now, granted, I don't consider myself anyone particularly exceptional, but I will say that I can't count that high. And in fact, very few machines can.
Oh, I killed that bull.
I want something with the rich world building of Middle Earth, replete with a long, convincing history, high stakes, fate of the world conflict with an ancient evil. But I also want there to be some tits here and there.
You're asking for Game of Thrones.
I'm not.
Yeah, that's Game of Thrones. You just asked for.
Game of Thrones is just a bunch of like kingdoms fucking with each other. Plus, there's some white people.
Evil.
I don't know.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, you're basically describing Lord of the Rings too.
But Lord of the Rings doesn't have tits, and I already read Lord of the Rings. So when I read
and that's what we're saying. Game of Thrones is just some Lord of the Rings shit with tits.
Yeah,
but it's too morally gray. I want
and dicks too.
So you want like basic bitch fantasy, but you want them to be nude sometimes.
Just go watch a hentai. Go watch Elf and
Elf
Lead.
Maidens. No, I want to read it.
Well,
Kyle, why do you have a hentai like ready to name? Like, why is it right at the tip of your tongue? Why are you ready to say it? Why are you able to recommend it?
Well, because we're talking about elves, and then we were talking about tits, so I thought Elf and Lead.
God, why does this game allow you to sign your nom de plume with DSLs?
It sort of made me think that rather than provide a name, it kind of looked like it was laughing.
Oh God.
Oh, that's where our mindsets
it does not
are
take
diverging,
the concept
I guess.
seriously.
Gee, what's wrong with me? How come everything I look at is some kind of parasexual nightmare today?
It might be that you're repressed.
I am not impressive. No one's ever been impressed with anything I've done unless they're like awestruck by how bad I fucked it up.
That is exactly where I was about to go with that, so I'm glad we got there as a group.
I'm glad we got there. It's like the Boy Scouts have made it to the Jamboree or whatever. Is that how it works? They have to make it to the Jamboree at like the top of a mountain, and if they don't get to go, and they also die.
They die in the woods because nobody
It's like
goes
that
back.
episode of The Simpsons. Like, you either find the cabin or you're fired.
Oh, yeah. Right.
That's how the Boy Scouts should do it. That's like your graduation thing.
Oh, there's another fucking pool. Holy shit.
Yeah, that one's from hell or something.
Yeah, it's kind of like
was that
the SS, except instead of having to kill your dog, you if you fail, like, you kill yourself through negligence.
I thought
you don't have to. You're just doomed. You're doomed.
Or I guess through incompetence, rather.
So, someone somewhere, probably 100 years old, thought, you know what? You know, it'd be a cool video game? Bullfighting.
I don't think they thought a couple of those words at all. I think they just said, you know what? Bullfighting game. And that was the end of the statement.
What could we possibly program?
What could be the next Space Invaders? What could be the next Computer Space? What could be the next... What was that fucking game with like the walking TVs and all that shit going on? Whatever that was. The next one of those.
Toe Jam and Earl?
Sure.
No, it was an arcade game.
Wait, what game is that? Did we?
It was like a big black screen and there's all these like walking robots and you have to shoot them and it's just a bunch of shit happening. And I forget. I think it was when we first started talking about Dire Dink.
Oh, God. You can't give me something specific like that, like I would ever realize what that's from. Unless it's
there's
Hattress.
also the fact... Yeah, there's also the fact that we talked about Mr. Dink in a million scenarios, so it's hard to pinpoint where it all started.
I was going to say, the only episode I could ever tell you that actually something happened in is Hattress. And that's very ultra hyper specific on why.
Yeah.
Hey, Doc, I made a new video game. It's called Bullfight. It's very expensive.
And then it cuts to him dangling from a rope in his basement because he spent all his life savings developing.
All of his money on the computer equipment to make this game, and then, yeah, Doug or somebody plays it and is not really impressed.
Bud, no. And then he drops from the rafters that he was dangling from by his teeth, and it's like,
Tippy, this new jaw exercise technique is the only thing that makes me feel better about wasting all our life savings making that bullfighting game.
Dink, you're not even putting it out.
Dink? You can't damage your jaw. We don't have the money for that.
That's what she calls Mr. Dink? Just Dink. Dink, you can't do that.
Bud, Dink.
Damn it, Dink.
I divorce you, I divorce you, I divorce you. And that's how it works in Buffington.
Yeah. Wait.
Yes.
So wait, hold on. Does Mr. Dink have a first name, or is his actual name Dink, or is it Tippy
It's
Dink?
Bud.
Bud.
Tippy is his wife.
I know.
His name is Bud Dink.
What the fuck?
Oh, you got a...
I got a rodeo clown version.
Oh, sweet. Oh. I guess you're supposed to avail yourself of his affordance. He's afforded you one chance to live, and you fucked it
I
up.
will say that they at least have made this pretty complex.
I did it.
For shit like that to happen.
They have to. There has to be something.
Yeah, whatever systems they have in place where sometimes you don't just kill the bull immediately.
Is that a tradition of matadorism that people hurl candy at you when you're done?
I think that was supposed to be confetti, but sure.
They might have just been the scintillating lights as this guy lies bleeding out on the dusty ground.
Well, you're gonna need some energy back after a display like this.
Blood-soaked floaters strapped in the fluid layer of his vision. That's what he's seeing. It's refracting all the light from the sun. He raises his fist to it and shakes it ruefully one last time before darkness takes him. You know, the capital T, nothing else capitalized.
I knew that already.
I'm just explaining for the audience.
There was never a doubt.
And Kyle. Kyle's the audience.
Oh my God! Are you shitting me? What
oh my God!
fuck?
They got you a Gigabull. That one's powerful. I can tell.
That one's.
Yeah, he is.
They look like fucking
irradiated or
the
something.
demons from Doom.
Why are they pulsing?
It does. It does look like a Doom monster. And speaking of Doom, we'll see you next time on Mom, Can I Have Another $1?